And we eclipsed it, y'all. 50 wins. 50 freaking wins. Let that sink in a bit. How long has it been? 2001. Look how much history has passed since then. I'm not going to go into it because I don't really know history, but that's a long freaking time, alright? We've had average teams. There's no more getting knocked out in the first round with these subpar, no-name teams. We have a great unit right now. We're playing together. And it's just awesome. Our stars are coming up. We have a big blow with JoJo going out towards the end of the year. But Ben Simmons has stepped up into that role, into the leadership role. Big question mark coming out of college. Would he be able to do it? Well, he's filled my concerns because I don't see anything wrong with this kid. He stepped up to the plate. He's putting his team on his back, and he did it again. Almost got another triple-double. 16 points, 9 and 7. It's all right, though. It got a little hairy. It's always with these games where it's like pulling teeth, where you just want them to run out to a big lead and keep it. It got down to 4 points here towards the end of the third. And then we took out that big lead with 19. But Dallas wasn't going away, so give them credit. They're not in the playoffs. They're looking towards the future. No Dirk. He's been their franchise for 20 years now. It's finally starting new. Dennis Smith Jr., he looked really good. I'm going to have to go back during the draft process last year, and I'm going to have to eat crow because I said this kid I was speculating he wasn't going to be anything. He had that boom or bust talent. Well, he's definitely got that boom talent because that kid is going to be a very special player in this league from time to come. We really had no answer for him other than him and then Harrison Barnes. It had to be a collective team effort. Nobody really took over the game today for the Sixers. That's okay. J.J. Redick had 18 points. He looked nice. Dario struggled, but that was to be expected. He had that bacterial infection. It's going to take a little bit more time for him to get acclimated and back in the groove. So that's okay. That's what we do here. We pick each other up. That's what we've done. Ilyasova looked a little rough today, too. His threes, he just didn't have the leg power, it looked like, to make the threes today because he was just falling short a lot of the times. Bellinelli, we know what he's been doing. He's been such a solid pickup. His shot selection is horrific. But he had a couple bad plays, too, where he second-guessed himself when he was midair, and he threw it at Dario's head. Rashawn Holmes, great energy off the bench, and I got to give it to Amir. He played okay today. Not too bad. Not like his usual follies that we've always talked about, and I really give him a hard time because I think he sucks, but I'll give Amir some credit. He did okay today. But filling that void for Joel Embiid has been huge for Ben Simmons. I wasn't sure he'd be able to step up to the plate because he's had games where he's completely dominated, and then he'd disappear. Well, that hasn't been the case since JoJo has stepped out. We've changed our offense a little bit with the way we run the team since JoJo has been gone, which is to be expected. But it's just a collective effort from everybody on the squad. Next man up, you want to use that sports cliche, next man up mentality. And this is what the Sixers have done. Markelle Fultz is getting better with every game. And let me say, too, the referees were horrible today. I saw at least, that I can count on my hand, 5 times that the Mavericks traveled. Didn't affect the game. It looked like it was going to when it got down to 4 points. But we clinched home court with this win today. We get the 50 wins. First time since the AI days that we've gotten and achieved this goal of getting that many wins. And we projected win 28, I think. One of you guys had told me, and what ESPN projected us. Now I got to call out Howard Eskin. He said before the season that he predicted that the Sixers would win 52 games. I'm going to call complete horseshit on that. I don't think he did. He's been against the process the entire time. He doesn't like Gabe Kapler. I don't remember if he was all on the board for Doug Peterson. But he's in the thought process of the old school ways. He doesn't like what we've done. He calls the process drinking grapefruit drink juicers, whatever the hell he said. Terrible insult. He's a noodle. I can't stand Howard Eskin. He's an arrogant schmuck. But to say that we were going to win 52 wins at the beginning of the season, I think is outlandish because I didn't see us doing that. I said we'd maybe win 44 games, but they've far exceeded my expectations too. But to get this win, and with a team like that, it looks like we laid down today too. We expected to just walk to the finish line, I'd say, get the 50th win, because Dallas isn't good. They're in a rebuilding process. I think they're a top 5 pick this year. What do they got, like 20-some wins, if that, 19 wins? They stink. So Mark Cuban, like I said, he said it on multiple occasions that they're tanking. It's the only way you get better in this league. As much as the league hates that and Squidward hates it, it's the way you got to do things. But collective effort, when you lose a piece like Joel Embiid, not only is offense that you have to change, but defensively you do. He's our best shot blocker, our best defenseman out there, so you acclimate. And what do? We had 9 steals today, active hands when you get low in the paint. When they get deep penetration into the paint, you got active hands. Covington was a monster day on defense. Had a few blocks, had a few steals. And then when it came down to the wire, Ben Simmons stepped up too by doing almost everything. When it got close, he came down there with that great steal, pushed it, got the nice layup. That was great. That one vicious move where he put on the guy, where he stepped over him, and 2 defenders came in over on his right, and he just laid it up. That was awesome. And how about that laser precision pass that he had from down to the other end of the court, dude? He looked like Carson Wentz down there throwing a pass to Alshon. Beeline. Perfect. And then Earson misses the dunk. Same with that pass where he had the Bellinelli. Went where he wasn't looking. He went behind his back. Had that beautiful pass. And Bellinelli fussed it up too. So that could have been 2 plays that was on SportsCenter. But they weren't able to finish. They got the win. You want to nitpick, whatever. It just would have been great, because the crowd would have exploded if those 2 went down. I mean, that kid has got incredible vision. The sky's the limit for this dude. We saw that battle against Cleveland. That was an exciting game. You didn't think that would happen with this team, that we were playing Dallas, but we struggle against, you know, lesser competition, I guess I could call it. You can't just walk to the finish line. These guys, they know they're a bad team, but they're going to put their hearts out. They have nothing else to lose. We do. They want to play upset. That's what teams that have 19 wins do. They want to upset your chances of getting better or being a better seed or what have you. You want to ruin their time. And that's what they tried to do, and hearts off to them and Rick Carlisle for not giving up. But we got the win tonight. It was an early bird special. It's screwing me all up seeing a game at 1 o'clock. But awesome, guys. 50 wins. I can't say enough about this team. They're gelling. I don't want to see this type of play again in the playoffs. A couple qualms, too, with Brett Brown, where he left Fultz down there playing at the 5 spot, and there was no rotational help. That's when they started making their comeback. It's just, you kind of scratch with these defensive decisions, where he's got Fultz on Powell down there, which is a constant mismatch. He's taller than him, and he outweighs him. They also had Fultz on Harrison Barnes, which didn't make any sense, and it goes back to the Cleveland game with Bellinelli being on LeBron. That has to change, Brett. I understand you believe in your defensive mindset on the set plays that you want to call, but that's an obvious mismatch. You don't want to have that happen. There was no weak side help coming over. We left the perimeter wide open. We shot terrible, again, from downtown. I think we were 8 from 27. So the shots weren't falling today. A little rusty, but we were able to get away with this because we were playing such a poor team. But they played their hearts out, so give credit to Dallas. They'll be good in a few years. Always was a Dallas fan. I wanted to see Dirk. Could be his possible last season. I know he said he wanted to come back, but will Dallas bring him back? Good question. So I want to see him before he hangs it up. And that didn't happen. So please come back next year, Dirk, so I can see you play one last time. It's been a treat over the years. And that's it, guys. 50 wins. Let's get that 52 wins, baby. Let's get that 3rd seed. Let's secure it, because we're not going to get any help from the Knicks. They're not going to beat Cleveland. So we got to win out. Let's look forward to the next game. Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Or is it Monday? We play Atlanta next. I think it's Monday, actually. Tomorrow. But we gotta get that win down in Atlanta, and then we gotta come home and finish it against the Greek Freak. That's gonna be a tough mismatch. It's not gonna be an easy win. They're the 8th seed. If you guys remember when we played the Bucks a month ago in March, we ran out to that big lead, and they came back and destroyed us. We had 2 20-point leads in that game, and we blew them both. blew this lead almost again today, and then blew that lead against Cleveland. So defense has to lock it up. Season's not over yet, guys. We can't be looking towards the future. Take it a game at a time. But this is KG on BB. I know you guys got to be happy about this. Playoffs are upon us. Our Sixers are back, baby. Let's get this win. Let's get our first playoff series win since 2012, baby. But at least we have a chance with this squad to take it to the Eastern Conference Finals, at least. At least to that point. So let's make our own destiny, guys. Let's get it done. Gaffner on the Bitter Birds. I'm out. Peace.